Alright, yo. Late stream or early stream, depending on how you want to look at it. Depending on which part of the world you're in. Or maybe a totally appropriate time stream. But we're gonna do some Jedi Consular. Probably wrap up Alderaan, I think. And we're gonna react to a few videos. The left camp meme. And there's apparently secret Nazi messages. I thought we were beyond the secret phase. I thought we were, in the double salute Hail Hitler phase at this point. But we'll see. And then everybody keeps talking about Hunter Biden. Okay, yeah, he has a big dick, but I mean, there's a lot of dudes with a big dick. Can we kind of move on at this point? You know what I mean? Claim my shit. But anyways, let's play. Let's see.
Honestly, MAGA is only gonna lose by self-destruction, bro. The left is too weak to handle MAGA. Like, look at what's going on with the Epstein. This is only happening because Elon and Trump are crazy. Like, this is only happening because Trump tried to play gangster with Elon, and Elon said, "Bitch, don't play with me," and launched a tweet from hell. If it wasn't for the tweet from hell and all the stupidity and fuckery and foolishness leading up to it.
Oh, I like the gray and blue. I think I'm gonna go with that.
None of this would have happened.
Is it this one?
Isn't because
sounds like a combination of all the colors.
Vicious and angry and ruthless and became warriors. No,
that was what I have on right now.
Trump fell out. Like, bro, like as it stands right
Here's
now,
the gray and blue.
Like, all of this that's happening is only because of their own stupidity. We have not actually landed a single dent in Trump in 7 months. Not one. That's the real after action assessment. That's the real honest post-game, breakdown.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Have we landed anything? I think the reality is that he's landed things on himself. I think he took a shit on himself. Which he was prone to do because he was always a fucking idiot. And he was always like a crazy, blowhard, insane, dictatorial type person. So he was always gonna do stupid stuff and go too far. So I think in a sense he's right. I don't know if he's trying to make that same point that Democrats haven't landed a blow, but Donald Trump has. I think the Democrats are still too outside of the media game, outside of the propaganda game, so to speak, outside of the politics game, which is a different animal than governance game. Politics and governance aren't the same thing. Politics is a game that you play in order to attain governance. Or facilitate governance, I should say, or get the authority to facilitate governance. But I think the point that he's making is more along the lines of the Democrats haven't really done enough to capitalize on any issues, make any issues stick, make any issues like a big thing to really inspire and pull people away from what's going on. And I guess he kind of has a point there. Again, I think Donald Trump's hurting himself, and he's kind of keeping himself in the headline because it's not like anything else is going on. The Democrats don't have any control over anything, so they're not doing anything other than just having runoff elections and stuff like that, but nothing too serious. And that is an issue, is that they need to make their point more clear to the American people. They need to focus on, taking the ball and running with it, taking the narrative and running with it. I don't know why they wait on the sidelines for the Republicans to do something and then they respond to it instead of just running away with the narrative. I think part of the issue too, and no one wants to say this, and this needs to be said though, is that Republicans are willing to lie, and when I say lie, like everybody's a liar. Or in the real world, everybody lies at times. Sometimes you don't fully tell people the truth, maybe because they're too young to understand, or maybe it's like a boss and they ask about, your private life. Not in like a weird intrusive way, but they ask nonetheless, oh, what did you do over the weekend? How did you have a good time? Blah, blah, blah. And like, you're not telling him like the full details because that's not the relationship that you have with him. Right? So like we all lie to certain degrees. Sometimes we just don't offer information maybe that, we could, but we decide not to. Sometimes we try to soften the blow, do I look fat? Oh, I wouldn't say that, right? Or does this make me look ugly? For guys, on the other hand, am I too skinny, right? So you won't tell like the full truth, so to speak. So like everybody lies, but not everybody is what you would call a liar, right? And this is like the important point, which is that the Republican Party are like liars, like as an institution, they're liars, they lie. And the Democrats, I think, are above that. Like, I'm pretty damn sure, and I kind of feel like everybody knows at this point, but no one just talks about it. I'm pretty sure the Republican Party like puts massive amounts of money into bot farms and like coordinated media ecosystems, and I think they receive foreign money from like Russia and other countries, as like this ironically international nationalist movement. And so they have like bot farms online, and sometimes I think I'm arguing with the bot farms. Sometimes people say like don't argue with the bots or don't argue with people online, they're just bots and they're just trolls and everything. But the thing is, like, even if it's a bot or it's a troll, other people, see that, oh, is this the one? This one's way too expensive though. And those bot farms, they're social engineering. It's weird because I talked about this issue. This was actually my conspiracy, like 2014, maybe 11 years ago. Someone had asked me, like, is there a conspiracy that you think is like a real conspiracy? And I was like, I think, this was before all this stuff kind of transpired. I said, I think that social media is, the way that it operates, with the way that, it's used to influence people to like buy certain goods and things, and it feeds like marketing information on you, and it compiles basically like a personality profile of you. And you agree to this when you sign up for free apps, right? And that's not necessarily inherently bad, but what it creates is a tool that if someone wanted to use, they could use that same data, that same information to make a psychological profile of you, what you respond to, what your biases are, so on and so forth. What are elements of your identity? What is, your psychological profile? And they would use that in order to feed you information. I didn't even really necessarily think like politics at the time. I just thought in general, like about science, about the world, about religion, which basically is the case right now. Like, we are getting fed a narrative by, wealthy, high up people, about what we should focus on, what we should be outraged about more than anything else. And the Republican Party has taken advantage of that, because the fact is the Republican Party has been for a very long time now a party designed to appeal to what might seem like a kind of everyman, working class, white Christian person. But in reality, they would deliver policy for the corporate elite overlords in American society. That's what their policy goals are. If you look at the way they legislate and they govern basically for the big money corporate interest, right? This one's really cool, but I'm sure this is expensive. Yeah, these are way too expensive for me at this point. And I don't think, and this is the thing I don't think anybody really wants to talk about, I don't think that same thing exists on the, the left. or on the Democratic side. The Democrats aren't even left. The Democrats are really like center leftish maybe, but mostly pretty center. They're actually true moderates. If you look at polling between like your average Democrat position, not your average online person's position, but like the Democratic Party, the leadership, the media personalities, it is like pretty close to center, a little bit, progressive, but like progressive in the sense that you're like trying to make positive change, but it's like calculated and it's measured and it's not really all at once, right? That's like your leadership, not people that are online. And I just don't think. I think it's the reality. I think everybody kind of knows deep down too that. I do like the color combination. I feel like it suits her, but it's just not really the outfit I'm trying to go for. Maybe. Which is that one? I could afford it though. I'm gonna buy this just in case because I feel like this is her color scheme. Oh, I need to pull some money out. 500,000. I like how I blow money in here. Yeah, the Democrats, they just don't think, they don't have a bot farm. Like, you can look online and how much, like when you go on Facebook, you get a ton of like these AI generated accounts, or accounts that are like run by people, but they're using AI generated material like pictures, photos, stories, writing, and they're just constantly pushing anti-democratic, anti-liberal, anti-Western propaganda like all day long. And I don't see that. I don't see like the counter for that. I don't see like strong democratic messaging or liberal messaging or progressive messaging spammed like that online by like multiple like professionally funded, you could tell from like the production value and everything, accounts. It doesn't exist. And then you'll go on a place like Reddit, which is supposed to be a liberal bastion, right? I want to show you something. If we go on Reddit, liberal bastion of the world. Okay. The only last like liberal forum. All the other ones have, become free speech platforms. This is the only one that's like controlled by the liberal deep state. Right? Look at this. Our liberal, 126,000 members. Okay, interesting. That's cool. At least we have this. That's decent. Okay. Let's look at our conservative. 1.3 million members. Here's another R conservatives, but with a lowercase c. 113,000 members. R conservative means 78K. R conservative terrorism, 94K. So that's probably anti-conservative, so okay. Let's go back. R liberal. Are there any liberal accounts that are like, or liberal spaces that are over 1 billion? No? Liberal gun owners, 261K members, okay. Liberalism? Liberalism only has 1K members. Okay, let's see what conservatism. Conservatism. Okay, we don't really get a conservative. Okay, that's okay. Alright, that's alright. What about progressive? Not the insurance company. Please tell me this isn't the insurance. Okay. Are progressive less than 100,000 members? Let's look at R. Alt-right. Okay, I mean, usually alt-right don't call themselves that. MAGA, maybe? MAGA Nazi, probably anti. MAGAteers. I think Reddit banned the Donald a while ago. Donald Trump 666, Donald Trump News, okay. Libertarian. Oh, I spelled it terribly. Libertarian. 502K members. So it's just strange to me. Even on like Reddit.com, liberalism doesn't really seem to have a huge the presence you would think it would, if it was really the case that like liberals are dominating. You know, the way that conservatives say. And yet you have like lots of like bot accounts from the right, professional production, you know, media companies, like you have the Federalist Papers and the Heritage Foundation, and you got you know, the Daily Wire that came up over the last couple of years. And you have like Charlie Kirk's little foundation, right? And you got you just have a lot. You have a lot of these like right-wing like think tanks and like professionally funded corporations or whatever that are pumping out like propaganda built by AI, like bot farms for the conservative movement. I think that there's been like times when there's pretty good evidence that like not Donald Trump, but I don't want to deposit, I want to pull out. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. When like Elon Musk will be on like a campaign to push some ideology or something, you'll just see like these bot farm like big accounts just spring up out of nowhere, right? So yeah, I don't really know. It's kind of weird, kind of wild.
Done any damage to Trump in 7 months of absolute buffoonery. We have not done any damage. All of this has been self-inflicted, which is bad. The fact that we haven't done a single piece of damage to any of this fuckery means we're losing, bro. Dead ass. If MAGA consumes itself, that means we still have to deal with MAGA. We have to win. We gotta win a visual battle. If it's because Trump and Elon crash out, then it's not really like, you know, it's not, and honestly, bro, Trump is, bro, like, this nigga, bro, like, he's really, it's going bad, bro, you know, and Rupert Murdoch, bro, I don't know what the fuck he did to piss Rupert Murdoch off, but it's getting ugly. It's getting real ugly. Yeah, you know, the left only has strongly worded letters and, like, bullshit, like
That's so true.
24-hour speeches in the House. Old ass. You know what's even sadder is Gen Z liberals and progressives are
the right became right about the left in a way, right? Saying that they're all virtue signaling. But it's not because the left was only about virtue signaling at the time. Like, they wanted to do things, but they've become the party of virtue signaling by default, because now at this point they've lost so much power that all they can do is just signal. They can't actually do anything. They can't actually block anything. They're completely out of power. And this goes to, I think, like a strong point that needs to be made about like the Democratic Party, which is that they're learning very much the hard way that all of your like positive morals and being on the good side of things and having like research and, you know, rigorous whatever on your side, all of that doesn't really mean anything if you get destroyed by the opposition and they make it impossible for you to make any kind of change or do anything positive. And that's kind of what the Republican Party is currently up to doing. And so Democrats need to get a little bit more serious. Like, they need to, when you have power, not only should you have the strategy and the tactics and play a little bit dirty if you need to, like the fate of the world rests on it. It genuinely does. The fate of a lot of people's lives rest on it. So, you know, I'm sorry you're gonna have to play it the hard way, but it's a little bit too important for you to just kind of like bow down to these fucking, you know, dictators and tyrants and oppressors and stuff like that. You're gonna have to get your hands dirty. And when you do have power, you need to use it. You know, you need to not be the party. Sure, you need to not be the party that goes around like oppressing others, forcing others,
Providing you with
being,
the highest
you know,
level of service is my
dishonorable and
greatest
stuff like that.
pleasure, Master. And I am not programmed to say
But defense is not the same as offense. And defense is important. It is warranted. It is okay to be defensive. What Democrats need to stand for, what the liberals need to stand for, if they mean anything to the population, is that they need to be seen by the population as defenders. Right now, there's a lot of people that would support the Democratic Party, but they're afraid. They're afraid of the right. Because the right are the real cancel culture, the right are the real bullies, the right are the real authoritarians, and a lot of people know it deep down inside. But if Democrats can't defend them against, can't defend them against the right, then it doesn't really mean anything. People are going to be too afraid to really support you and join your side. If they don't think that you're going to defend them from the bully. I'm so confused what happened. There we go. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that would support liberals, support Democrats if they actually felt like Democrats had some fucking balls and a spine, and we're gonna actually defend them. You're gonna have to actually defend them. You're gonna have to be the party of defense. The Republican Party is the party of offenders right now. Their whole project for the last like 15 years has been about, oh, are you triggered? Are you offended? Oh, isn't it funny if we like beat the shit out of minorities and immigrants? Isn't it funny if we like feed them to alligators and ship them off to torture and death prisons? And isn't it funny that we strip away your rights and everything like that? The rest of the world, the rest of the citizens or whatever who aren't big powerful people, they're not going to follow you if they don't think that you're actually going to defend them against those people. And right now you haven't shown that you're willing to do what it takes to do so.
Master Sidoni just checked in. She seems well, but very frustrated with herself. She reports that you were able to prevent war from breaking out on Alderaan, however. You've once again done very good work in a tense situation, Jedi.
I relied on the teachings of the Jedi.
A mark of a true Jedi, being able to trust in the Force in all circumstances. Tell me, did you learn anything new about the Plague Master, Lord Vivicar?
I wish I could say I had.
I see. Master Sidoni was the last of the Lost Masters, and yet Vivicar still eludes us. Return to us here on Tython immediately, and we will discuss what you have learned. Lord Vivicar cannot remain hidden forever.
Yay, let's go back to Tython, home of the Jedi. I like how the home of the Jedi is basically like Yosemite National Park. Mixed with the Redwood Forest. It's basically like California. Like, I can't be the only person who's noticed that resemblance, right? Or like the Sequoia National Forest. I'm not gonna get an answer, that's unfortunate, but it's okay, whatever.
Are fucking bitch made. Like, I'm looking at like I'm like, bro, we
Big
are,
true.
bro. We are done. I'm sorry, chat. It's been actually a horrible 250 years because my ancestors were slaves in the second. It's been a good 60 years, chat. It's been a good, like, cool little 60 years. You know what I'm saying? It's been a great run. I'm honored to call you guys my fellow Americans, man. Whether you're here or abroad, I'm honored to call you my fellow Americans. But chat, we're done. We're done. We're done. The left is still bitch made. To this day. The left is still pussy. This nigga Trump has people who have never ever met fucking Biden in their life hating on Hunter Biden. And we have yet to do anything to damage the Trump family's image. Nothing. The only damage we've done is not even of our own doing. It's Elon's doing with that crazy ass tweet. Bro,
I need to send this character an invite to join the guild. Because I keep wanting to travel to my stronghold from my guild, but I can't.
Is who's their replacement? I'm not gonna say any names because I'm not no hating ass nigga. But most Zoomers coming up on the left, the millennials, bro, the millennials been bitch made too. I'm gonna keep it 100. The Zoomers are even, bro. I was hoping like left-wing Zoomers would be like crazy and like energetic and vicious and funny and humorous and no, bro, these niggas is like pussy. Alright, bro. This decency shit, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. Trump's gonna survive the Epstein files, I swear to God.
What the hell is this?
Gonna survive the Epstein files if he survives
Welcome back.
else, bro. I swear to God.
What is crystal ball? I have no idea what that's all about. By the way, this is like my main Jedi character. Check it out. We'll eventually get to him. I'm trying to catch all the other characters up to this part of the story. This is like when you beat the first version of the game, and then you get to the DLC.
Do I look inclusive and progressive and
Bro, are we fighting for our right?
Yeah, I mean, this needs to be said, right? We're fighting for our rights. We're fighting for the future of humanity, for the future of this country. Right now, we don't have time to worry about how things look or, you know, things of that nature. I don't know. We don't need to worry. We don't need to concern too much. Right now is not really the time for like tone policing, or frankly speaking, like a lot of the infighting that's going on between different parts of the liberal, left, whatever, progressive, and moderate, you know, like commentators. It's such a stupid waste of time. Like, the right is unified, and then I'll see people on the left complain about disunity on the left, but then like they participate in it, like people like Destiny, for example, right? Like I get it, him and Hassan have a lover's quarrel, and you know they're not giving each other dick downs anymore, and so like they're mad at each other, but like, I don't know. I mean, does Hassan even support the Democratic Party? I'm not really sure, but like, you know, the left should be working together. Same thing with like Vosh and Destiny have had like a falling out for a long time, for no reason. You know, at the very least, you have people like Kyle, David Pakman, Crystal Ball. I kind of feel like they generally don't really beat up on other, you know, progressives, liberals, so that's kind of nice. It would be nice to see more collaboration, though. I think that would be good to see. I mean, someday, maybe we'll get there. We shall see. And now I think Destiny's arguing with all his orbiters. Like, he seems to do that constantly. I don't know if he notices this about himself.
Pick up a stick, bitch. Like, bro, it gets to a point, bro. I'm like, bro, what the fuck we got going on? Like, what the fuck is happening, bro? Like, fucking Gavin Newsom, bro. Like, bro, when he got mad at Joe Biden for pardoning Hunter, that's when I was like, bro, wrap it up. Show's over. Show's over. It's over. You
I
mean to tell
do
me
think parting his
Biden
son
can't
looked
do
bad
one? He
at the
can't
time. It was
lie
hard to
once
like.
without y'all folding like pussies. Trump lies about everything.
I think they could have just been like, yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. But I mean, there could have been a way to like be like, you know, it's not the best thing or anything, whatever. But Donald Trump and the Republican Party look at them, they're crazy. They're gonna go after Hunter Biden again when they get back into like office. So you know, it'd be weird to just kind of feed him to the wolves, maybe. But you know, it is what it is. Okay, it is what it is. Don't you just love Coruscant? My God, is it a beautiful place? I love some of the designs in these old Republic games are a little bit wonky, but like the Coruscant stronghold is beautiful. It to me it feels like an old school style, like San Francisco home, but like in Coruscant. I think the color matching, the grays and the golds and the brasses or whatever, to kind of give it kind of that classy, elegant look. Right? It still manages in a way to kind of be minimalist in a weird way. Look at that beautiful view, right? It's got kind of like a golden, it's got such a nostalgic vibe because the city itself is like nostalgic, like Chicago, New York, San Francisco. And then this stronghold kind of has that going on with it too. Not my room. So my character does not have a room in this stronghold. This is actually the room that I decided to pick, and I turned it into like a communal room. This is supposed to be like a meditation room for the Jedi. So like I don't actually have a room in this stronghold for my character. This is part of the guild, and the other rooms are given to the other guild members. But I don't really necessarily need one. I have a room on the dark side stronghold, and look at, we got like a little terrace area with like a little statue and a like gazebo thing. Got this nice little lounger for relaxing and like discussing the fate of the galaxy. We got the garage. Look at that. That needs to be moved, I think. Why is that like red, like offset? Did I do that? I don't know why I would put it offset like that. Got like our droids repairing our motorcycle. Got a tank. Got a charging station. It's a level 3. DCFS. Or DCFC. DC fast charger. Okay, my bad. I need to invite to the guild. Where the hell is it at? How do I invite? Shit, how does this work? Huh. Let's Google. Google is our friend. SWTOR invite to guild. Guild invite and then name. Alright, let's try that. Also, I need to add the smuggler on this too. Wait, what is it? Jinvite. Jinvite. Is that how I spelled his name? I think I have a K, right? Maybe, maybe not. How do I spell his name again? Yeah, knocked. Okay. Oh, there's no K. Player's not online. Oh, I can't invite them if they're not online. So okay, here's the tricky thing. How do I invite my own characters to my guild? You need another online character. Oh no. Oh, log into both characters simultaneously. How the fuck do I log into both characters simultaneously? You gotta be kidding me. This is crazy stupid. Why would they make that so difficult? That's so dumb. Oh my god, that's so stupid. Okay. I'll have to work around this at some point. That's so dumb. Alright. Well, anyways.
Bro, politics is dead ass. He did it. It really is tit for tat child abuse. That's the only way you win. If the enemy goes low, you dead ass have to give them a warning of like, if you go low, that means I can kick you in the mouth, right? You know that, right? And I'm gonna kick you in the mouth, so you know the next time you go low, I'm gonna kick you in the nose. I'm gonna stomp your head out.
Democrats do need to do that. There needs to be a tit for tat thing. I'm not saying like actual violence. I'm saying like, like the Donald Trump thing. Like that should have just moved along a lot quicker. The investigation into him. They should have just charged him like very quickly right away. Got it all wrapped up. Wrap it with a nice neat bow. I get they were trying to be thorough and everything, but like sometimes justice denied is justice, or justice delayed is justice denied, you know? And I mean, that's basically what happened, so. I don't know what else to say, but like lesson learned, I guess. It's a very, crappy way to learn that lesson, but.
The left is too concerned about how bad kicking someone in the nose looks. Well, first and foremost, you wouldn't be so worried about that if you hadn't wasted 10 fucking years pretending like you don't even know what left-wing media is. 10 years in, Biden wants to invite all the left-wing political
that
commentators to the White
is
House.
crazy insane. Super stupid. The right has mixed themselves with their newer, more vigorous, more relevant alternative media ecosystem, and the left has seen this happen and they've done nothing to emulate it. And those creators are out there, and the Democrats just, they don't make an effort to reach out to them. It's crazy. It's insane. It doesn't make any sense. I kind of like this outfit for Kaizen. Damn, he looks like he's ready to go like blow up some facilities. Oh, why isn't this with my Sith dude? He's gotta have this. This is his color and everything. Alright, we'll get on all that right away. I mean, I did say I wanted a magenta, right? Like, pink is just too on the nose. Like, oh yeah, I'm a girl. Like, I want maybe a little bit of a purple in there. I think more like a lavender purple is kind of her color. A little bit of magenta in there, but not too far to the magenta range.
What the fuck is going on with y'all? Hello?
I'm saying all this about the
I'ma give
Democratic Party.
Kamala
Meanwhile,
a
here I
year
am,
to
like,
recover,
playing
'cause I ain't gonna
a
lie, to be fair to Kamala, bro,
child's video
if I
game and
had to
talking
watch the whole
about
country
whether or not
pick
my
a
dress
fucking
looks pretty.
Hitler-in-chief fucking like psychotic lunatic bum ass nigga over me, I would need a year to recharge too. Put me in the goddamn healing chamber from Dragon Ball Z. Let me heal up a little bit. But Kamala gotta come back within the year, because if we have another Hillary moment of getting whooped by Trump and then disappearing, we ain't never gonna win. Kamala has to do with Trump. Trump did an insurrection and a year later was on every podcast, but he never gives up. Trump never gives up. This nigga, he never get. You could strand Trump on an island in the middle of nowhere and he will be president in 4 years. Somehow he gonna make it back to the States, do his bitch ass dance, somehow find a MAGA. This nigga, he's gonna win somehow. I don't know what the fuck, I don't know how he's doing this, bro. I'm not saying Kamala did anything wrong. I'm just saying to win, you cannot give up. Trump never gives up. He never gives in. He never, Trump could be sealed into the 9th circle of hell. This nigga will find a way. At 80 something years old, can't even fucking walk. He will find a way to get through all 8 other levels, surface onto the earth, find a way back to the US and be president. Swear to God.
I mean, this is a fair thing to say. I don't really give Trump credit for too much, but I'll give him credit for this, is that he actually is a fighter.
And never came back. She didn't talk to left-wing media. She just went away. And to be fair, she'd been smeared for a decade, so I kind of get it. But bro, Kamala cannot give in. She cannot. Trump will commit treason against the United States and show up the next day like nothing ever happened. Hey, hello, how are you? It's me, your favorite president. What insurrection? Don't talk about that. Just look at me. I'm super. And it worked. It fucking worked. Bro, if there's anything to learn from Trump, it's never give up. Never give up. Dead ass, just don't give up. Cause this nigga, bro, he never. And bro, the problem is the left is always quick to just. Oh, I guess we lost now.
Yeah.
Niggas, bro, I feel like liberals dead ass romanticize losing. Like, I feel like liberals dead
Sometimes
ass
it does kind of feel true.
I really do. Niggas love to lose. Liberals, just their favorite letter on the keyboard is L. You ask what? Just L, 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 L. Just non-stop L's.
I don't think I have L mapped to anything, do I?
God.
Nope, I don't have it mapped to anything.
Bro, within a fucking year.
He's not talking about me,
Kamala
okay? He's talking about you
Joe
guys.
Rogan, fucking, goddamn. Because here's the thing. Let me tell you how they got Hillary. They got Hillary by smearing her for a decade.
Yes.
By the time she ran for president,
It's kind of funny,
niggas thought Hillary.
but it's actually kind of pathetic. And it goes to show, by the way, that this whole strategy of flooding the zone, of just repeating narratives over and over again about like dominating and carrying the narrative away, it predates Donald Trump. They were setting up Hillary and the Clintons for like over like 10, 15, 20 years, honestly. Just relentlessly the entire time I grew up and was alive and was on the internet and everything. They before she ever ran for office, they were already kind of. I need a purple like that. Before she ever ran for office, they had already set up for like 10, 15, 20 years that she was like devil incarnate. And it was so silly because you look at Hillary and it's like, okay, maybe Hillary isn't everything that you like in a person or in a political, politician or whatever, but like this, really, it says something about the Republicans that this is the devil to them. This is not the devil. This isn't like a criminal mastermind. This isn't like someone who is gonna like kill and destroy and rape and pillage the world off of some trickery. If anything, maybe she's a little bit too soft. But it's insane that Republicans treated her like literally the devil on the earth. Talking about like Planet Pizza, whatever, child molestation rings, and like having all these people assassinated and everything. It's insane.
Hillary Clinton was a fucking...
Talk about cancel culture, by the
Niggas
way.
thought she was Ghislaine Maxwell. They thought Hillary was Ghislaine Maxwell, the devil, Lucifer,
Yeah.
all type of shit. By the
Yeah.
time she ran, niggas
That's not an
hated her.
exaggeration, by the way.
Now,
They really
granted,
did.
she
They
wasn't
treated her like that. It was
popular, but still,
insane.
by the time she ran, she was a villain.
This is super true.
You summoned me, Master CO.
Welcome home.
I wish we could greet you with better news.
Despite using every avenue available to us, we are no closer to finding Lord Vivicar.
Actually, I believe we are. A common thread binds all the plague victims. The loss of Parcanis Tark at Malachor III. Vivicar's influence forced the sick masters to relive their failures on Malachor. This is revenge. Personal revenge. Only one man would have that much anger and pain. The man who was left behind. I believe Lord Vivicar is Parcanis Tark.
Jedi, Parcanis is dead.
Far from it, Jarek. Yuan? I told those Padawans to keep an eye on you. You must rest.
No, my pupil, my fellow Jedi, deserves to hear the truth about Malachor.
Then tell us, Master Yuan.
Malachor III isn't just strong in the dark side. The planet is the resting place of the Sith Lord Terak Moraj. Our work on Malachor woke Moraj's spirit. One by one we fell under his power. The things we did still haunt me.
The Noeticons on Korra.
Then I've been punished paid a terrible price to break free of him. Parcanis was the youngest and weakest. We had to abandon him to Malachor's darkness. His sacrifice allowed the rest of us to escape, but it seems he survived and has taken Moraj's dark path.
You knew Vivicar when he was Parcanis Tark. How can I stop him?
I must make amends. I have a plan to help you find Vivicar. If the plague created a link between my mind and his, your shielding ability may allow me to use that link to find him.
No. You're already weak from the plague, Yuan. This could kill you.
Vivicar won't get the chance. I'll be between him and my master.
It's our best chance to find Vivicar.
Very well, Yuan. But we will monitor the ritual, and your former Padawan must stay at your side.
Thank you. Go to the meditation chamber to prepare. Please meet me there when you're ready.
She was a villain. Despite the fact that Trump was so clearly a problem, she was a villain in people's eyes. Harris has the advantage of Trump making an ass of himself in the wake of his victory. Now is the time to be aggressive. Now is the time to say, I told y'all, I warned y'all, didn't I tell you? Now is the time. Now is the time.
Take a look at the stock. What can I get you?
If Kamala wants to, if she doesn't want to, I respect it. Because you know when you want
She
to know
could
why?
do that.
Because Kamala did everything right, and it still wasn't enough.
Appreciate your business.
I just don't think Kamala Harris has it in her to stand up to Vladimir Putin. Why? Because she's a woman. So Donald Trump will sit there.
This perspective is so stupid too, by the way, and it needs to be called out by people more. I think there's a reluctance sometimes for liberals to say, especially like a lot of liberal women, to tell men like, oh, that's a stupid like military perspective, right?
Appreciate your business.
But this is a stupid military perspective, and I'll tell you why, and I'll give you the ammunition you need whenever you make this argument. Modern military, and what it means to be the commander-in-chief of the military, doesn't mean that you are doing a one-on-one personal fist fight between you and Vladimir Putin. Obviously not. The question is, will you be able to have like a capable military at your side? Will you have the military leadership and personnel that work for you, that will be like trained soldiers and technicians and officers and generals and everything? which we do. We have the most advanced and the most experienced and well-trained military on the face of the planet. Those are the real people who fight the wars. Not that we want war, right? But when it comes down to it, when we have to use self-defense for ourselves and the people that we protect, we have like the personnel that know how to do that job. The president's job is not to personally fistfight Vladimir Putin. It doesn't really matter if it's a man or a woman. We're not testing like pure actual physical hand-to-hand combat strength. We're talking about an entire country military versus another country military. That entire apparatus, all the soldiers, all the medics, all the logistics people, all the Air Force personnel and the technicians and the tank engineers and the officers and everything else, right? All those people. It's not just one person. It's the whole military, the whole, all of the people that work within it. And that's a positive story to tell, by the way. Those are our brothers and sisters. Those are our countrymen. Those are people that are working hard and they're good at their jobs and all that good stuff. It's not just one person. It's a team effort.
And basically say he'll end the war in 24 hours. His entire base hates Ukraine and is expecting him to abandon Ukraine, and you think he's going to be tough on Putin? The same guy who took Putin's side over his own intelligence agencies like the FBI and CIA? That Trump
Appreciate
was
your
going to be
business.
tougher on Putin than Kamala? Chat.
Best prices
Kamala
this
did
side of the galaxy.
everything
You
right.
check.
She did everything right. It wasn't enough. She was a DEI hire, even though she was literally a district attorney, an attorney general, a senator, a vice president. You could do everything
Appreciate your
right
business.
as a black man, specifically black woman, and it's never enough. She has a degree in economics and law, still not enough. And then conservative white folks have the audacity to sit there and say, if you're black, you don't have any disadvantages. Yes, you do. You could do it all right. You could do everything right. You could outwork everyone, and you're still not good enough. Come on now. So what I'm saying is, if Kamala wants to walk away from politics because of the absurdity of her loss, so be it. I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad because honest to God, bro, I look at it and I'm like, bro, I can understand why she might say, you know what, America's not worth my time. I've served this nation on a local level, federal level. I've given it my all. I respect that. I can respect that. But
Nice to see
I
customers.
actually
Can I get you
have a lot
anything?
of faith in Kamala Harris. I actually think if she
I think she would have been fine. But I wouldn't run her in 2028 as like top of the ticket. I don't think she has the charisma for it. It's not like experience, it's genuinely like charisma. She doesn't have the charisma for it.
Bro, Kamala, people loved on Kamala way different from how people loved on Hillary. People liked Kamala. People on the left.
I think people generally like her. But I still don't think she's like super charismatic for like a general election. And it has nothing to do with her race, by the way. It just has to do with like charisma.
I went to a Harris rally. Okay,
I think people were hyped for like,
Harris is loved and liked.
like we're gonna move on from like the old guard kind of thing.
Makes the rounds. She does videos.
And I think the other thing that people were really hyped about when Kamala first ran was like, Biden feels like he's gonna lose the election for us. So I think a lot of people were like, they were really excited for Kamala just for the mere fact that she like stepped up to the plate to be like, I will take over, because Biden can't really run in his state right now. And I think people were like appreciative of that and felt like, okay, now we have more of a chance of winning. Because I mean, I still maintain this to this day. I think she had a better chance of winning than Joe Biden by far. I think those who think that they don't, like, this doesn't even have to do with whether or not Biden served as a good president, because he did. But the American people don't see whether you were a good president or not. The American people see whether or not you had the charisma, whether you seemed like it, like whether or not you had the personality, the presence, the aura. If you had the aura, if you aura farmed enough in your term or not. And Donald Trump is good at aura farming. He's not very good at governance. Biden was very bad, and Democrats in general are very bad at aura farming, but they're pretty good at governance.
Thank you for coming. I have made all the preparations for the ritual to find Lord Vivica. I plan to create a connection between us, using your shielding ability. If it was Parkanis, this should work. Drawing on your strength, I will invert the link between myself and Vivica, and use it to sense his location.
This ritual sounds dangerous for both of us.
There are risks. For one, the shielding you gave me on Coruscant will be severed. I don't know what will happen then. It's possible I could die once your shield is gone.
You must resist, Master Yuan. Don't give Vivicar another victory.
With your strength to sustain me, we will do what we can. No matter what happens, you must give me as much time as possible. Reversing the link may be a long process. Let us begin. Yes, it's working. I can feel his mind, and I can feel
She can feel the power that she's challenging. There is no hope. Jedi, you don't look as strong as you did last time we spoke. Yuan has drained your strength and made herself vulnerable to me. Still arrogant and reckless.
I can take anything you throw at me, Vivicar.
Perhaps a little test is in order. See how Yuan's will crumbles before mine. Fitting that two of my enemies will destroy each other.
Wait a second. Everybody saw that. She had a red blade this entire time. What happened?
It worked. Listen, Lord Vivicar, he's out in deep space on some sort of vessel. Here, take the coordinates. He's surrounded himself with defenses. Send this. It's his code. It will give you time to get aboard.
Sounds like an abuse victim. I just beat her up right now.
The darkness. Vivicar's will is too strong. I can't hold on. Please kill me. End it now.
I won't let that darkness touch you.
The darkness. It's gone. But you look exhausted. You have sacrificed so much for me.
It's the Jedi way.
I must rest. Please, go to Master SWTOR and the Council. They should hear of what we've learnt.
Maybe even does some gaming. For all that, she might even want to play a little video game live stream. Maybe she goes on live stream with Hassan. I'm not even hating on that. If she did a live stream with Hassan, whatever we got to do to win, do it, okay? She needs to be doing Joe Rogan, Flagrant, Theo Vaughn, all of that. Because you can tell Harris has a likable vibe. She really is a normal person under the corporate,
That is kind of true, though. You know, that part is true. I'll give her that. If she were to go on any of these podcasts, I think she'd do fine on these podcasts in a way that maybe... I'm trying to think of Democrat politicians who would probably not do so well. Actually, a lot of them would do a lot better than I think they would if they actually put themselves out there, because a lot of these podcasters, if they're willing to have you on, they're the type of people who are more likely to like be more like charitable in person. They're the kind of people that talk shit behind your back, but then to your face they pretend like they are. They're all a bunch of fucking fake fucking pussies and everything. But they'll be nice to you if they got you on their podcast for the most part. Might rib you here and there, but for the most part they're pretty cool. And Kamala is actually kind of like, if you talk to her, if you hang out with her and everything, sure, she's a little bit of a Boy Scout or a Girl Scout,
is out in uncharted space.
But she is kind of just a normal ass person, to be honest with you.
Your shielding talent can stop him.
You've shown great fortitude and saved your master despite the odds. But Lord Vivicar will have made preparations, and he still has his greatest weapon, the plague.
Now that I know who he really is, I could return Vivicar to the light.
A noble thought. But don't take unnecessary risks. Your shielding ability is our only hope. Go to the core before Vivicar strikes back.
Council Chamber's looking pretty empty these days. Just saying. Oh shit, no, I already went. Okay. Where do they want me to go? Vivicar's ship? I mean, so we're off Alderaan now at this point. I didn't even have to do anything. I guess I beat it. Oh, I did beat it the last time I was playing. I totally forgot about that. Okay. Alderaan, anyways.
She can do it, bro. She can do it. She can try. If she chooses to do so, I'm supporting her. I'm supporting Kamala Harris again if she goes for it. But I just don't support this, like...
Would I support her in the prime... this might sound crazy, but I genuinely think that Democrats should just go for Bernie. The thing is that Bernie has had staying power. And if you talk to Trump supporters, you might be surprised. Like, a lot of them are hardcore, like capitalists, right wing. A lot of them are like, very strongly against, like they're very social conservative and everything. But there's a significant amount of the MAGA base that wasn't like kind of the traditional Republican Party, or they may make up a minority in the party, but that's okay, because all you need to do is take a few points away from the Republicans, add a few points to the Democrats. But you'd be surprised that there's a lot of them who are just like anti-establishment. They're not super duper ideological. And right now they see Donald Trump as anti-establishment in the same way that they see Donald Trump. There's a lot of people that genuinely like Bernie Sanders. He has charisma, right? I know that he hasn't done as well in the primaries, but the reality is he's done a lot better in primaries than the vast majority of Democratic politicians. Okay? That is true. Even if you want to say, okay, he didn't beat Hillary, he didn't beat Biden, and he didn't really beat them fair and square, I think. Or I worded that kind of weird. I mean, he was beat by them fair and square. The whole thing about superdelegates, like Hillary would have beat Bernie even with the superdelegates or without the superdelegates, and Joe Biden consolidating like the moderate vote, like that's part of the primary, like appealing to the largest group of voters within your party. So that's fine. But the reality is that Bernie still did really well. He came in like what, second each time, did he? Or was he down further? It doesn't really matter, because either way, he was like a top contender. He's made a big name for himself. He has a lot of crossover appeal that you would take for granted. And I think the reality is that a lot of the American people, genuinely don't really see him as like the far left loony that people make him out to be. I think a lot of people see him as like, yes, he is a little bit more left wing than your average politician, but like he wants universal health care, and he wants like subsidization for college. And I think they see that he's willing to work with people across the aisle to get compromises and whatnot, and that he's genuine. I think the ticket is you run someone like a Bernie Sanders, and then you maybe balance him out. Maybe you balance him out with a more moderate candidate like a Gavin Newsom or something, or like a Pete Buttigieg, or like a Josh Shapiro or something like that, or maybe even a Kamala Harris. You know what I mean? Maybe a Bernie Kamala Harris would be pretty strong. Maybe I'll have to think about that. I don't know. We'll see when things come around.
I hate this shit. I hate this liberal progressive shit of like, well, I guess we just lose. No, bro, these niggas, what the fuck? Hold up, bro. Roe v. Wade overturned. These niggas is calling everything DEI. They trying to wage war on LGBTQ youths. Like, bro, how many times do they have to tell us they're trying to kill us before we realize they're trying to kill us? How many times do they have to tell us they're trying to kill us before we realize they're trying to kill us? Bro, these niggas is trying to kill you and your immediate reaction is, I just don't know what to do. What you mean you don't know what to do? Get in there, like, what the
I'd say it, but good riddance to Nar Shaddaa. Nobody on that wretched moon has a speck of imagination. Take my little business. If I wasn't building devices to cheat the casinos, I was being nagged for new weapons.
So being sought out and admired for creating wonders of technology, that meant nothing to you?
You do have a way with words, my dear.
Now, we get to travel in the most darling ship. Although, I can't bear your ship's computer architecture. It's so frumpy. Mind if I give it a little flair?
Do I trust her?
Will this flare interfere with it being completely operational?
No, don't you worry about a thing.
Holiday has quite the talent for making herself at home. Better leave her to it. Now, I'm sure there are more stimulating matters for you to attend to.
Is this you trying to flirt with me? What the hell is that all about?
Just one moment, Jedi. Holiday's latest viral safeguards need to upload. Quite a weighty update this week.
Someone's been busy. I should give this my full attention. Good night.
Ah, Holiday. You are unique indeed.
You and Holiday clearly care for each other.
My affections are all-encompassing, Jedi. Though Holiday is special, her former owner never appreciated Holiday's potential. That's a hut for you.
Oh, I thought he created Holiday. I thought this was like a Krieger type situation.
You'd crossed paths with the Hutt cartel before we met?
Oh no, I encountered him on Hutta. Glorzo, his name was. He collected rare technology, but he thought Holiday was just a novelty hologram. Imagine. I made a generous offer, but some scavenger had already struck a deal for her. So, Glorzo saw the chance for a little fun.
What happened then?
Glorzo proposed a contest. The scavenger and I would head into the Val asteroid field, hopefully surviving more than 2 minutes. The first to bring back a stone from the Rukabi major asteroid would win dear Holiday.
This contest hardly seems fair.
Of course not. How could Glorzo have fun if it was fair? I had the last laugh. Clever piloting is no match for knowing certain navigational algorithms. I got the stone, returned days before the scavenger, and exchanged it for sweet Holiday.
So you heroically rescued Holiday from the grip of a cruel Hutt.
An excellent holonovel. Still, this is all past. And you, my Jedi, have provided a most invigorating change from my usual activities.
Oh, really? Is that really a flirt? Just say, oh, really? I'm not your Jedi. Calm down. I don't think you meant anything to me, but...
That's very gracious.
Sadly, I often find words inadequate to fully express myself. Ah, excellent. We have a mystery.
Oh yes, I want to enter a throuple with you and
no
your
name,
AI girlfriend.
Aside from mine, no return address.
Sarcasm.
The package contained a letter on flimsiplast, sealed inside a glass capsule. Nothing else.
That's simply fascinating.
The capsule has a marvelously puzzling lock. I've never seen such craftsmanship. Once I get it open and read the letter, hopefully I can assuage my curiosity.
This is so exciting. I wonder who it's from.
Theron's technological work is famous. Perhaps someone's trying to get his attention.
I'll get to work on this lock. If you're right, we'll know soon enough.
Oh my god. Nice, I just locked
This
another
is
ability.
absolutely intolerable. I finally get that blasted capsule's lock open, and the letter inside? Pure gibberish.
Jedi, you can make this all better, can't you?
Listen to this. AH3 20 SH4. And that's just one line.
The message is probably encrypted.
Yes, that's occurred to me too. But all our deciphering attempts have failed. AH3 3. Ah. This isn't a message, it's a chemical formula. And the letter itself smells strange. I thought it was the capsule, but what if applying the chemical to the letter had some effect?
We'll never know if we don't try.
Spoken like a true scientist.
Oh, let me make that chemical. I can do it in a snap, and I simply have to know what's on that letter. I'll get started right away.
At last, an answer. However do you do it? Your very presence sparks my inspiration.
Oh god.
You didn't need me to solve this.
I will not hear a lovely woman denigrate her gifts. Let me express my gratitude properly. In private, perhaps.
I'd enjoy that now.
There's already a woman in your life, Theron.
What Holiday and I have is complex. It has its pleasures, but there are simpler pleasures. No less valuable, but unconnected, so there's no need for concern.
Even so, I don't want to risk hurting Holiday. I'm sorry.
Then we were not to be? Please excuse me. I have unfortunate news. I regret that our liaison must come to an end.
There was no liaison, what are you talking about? We didn't have any time, what are you talking? I don't accept that, bro, I don't care.
So Holiday has spoken to you.
An agreement has been reached. I cease any advances to you, and in return, Holiday will not electrify my bunk at random intervals. Our tragic parting only compounds my current troubles. Do you remember our mystery capsule and the letter? Holiday made the chemical just as she promised. I thought applying it to the letter was the answer. But when I tried, it completely dissolved. We are left only with vapors.
I kind of thought that would happen, to be honest with you.
There must be something else you can try.
That chemical is the answer. I know it. But without another lead... Wait. The capsule the letter came in. I kept it to study the lock. I could apply the chemical to that instead.
One clue's already gone up in smoke. What happens if we lose the capsule?
Then I'll eat this blasted chemical and see if that does anything. Holiday, come back online, my dear. We have a new avenue of enquiry.
Oh my god, how many of these do I have? I just realized something. This might sound silly as like an English speaker. I know I have some viewers that are not English speakers. Inquiry versus enquiry. I didn't even realize that these are two separate words. Excuse me. Had the urge to sneeze. So enquiries, these are actually, they're largely interchangeable. Okay, so these are the same words, just enquiry is more of a British pronunciation.
Success! Our mystery capsule has finally yielded its secrets. Converting the chemical to a gas was the ticket. We managed to fill the capsule.
And all these words started glowing on the inside. We found the real message. Isn't that super?
Please tell me we finally got an answer.
The message is from the Luminatus Club, a veritable who's who of the galaxy's finest scientific minds. An invitation to join them. The Luminatus Club
so
only
evil,
accepts the best. The pioneers in their field. All these years in obscurity. And my genius has finally been recognized.
That is truly excellent news.
This means I can enter the club's annual symposium. My creations against those of my fellow scientists. The symposium winner will be the darling of the Luminatus Club. It wouldn't be unreasonable to consider them the greatest scientist in the galaxy.
You'll need something truly special to stand a chance of winning.
I think universal adoration and the symposium's grand prize are worth pursuing. Don't you? Pardon me, Jedi. I must accept the club's invitation, then start thinking of the finest symposium entry ever created.
That reminds me, I have a debate where I have to pretend that I'm a Trump supporter. I have to come up with something as far as like a compelling argument for the other side. But I got some time to come up with it, and I'm not really super concerned. I just need to spend some time thinking about it, planning it out.
Master, you'll be pleased to know I added extra padding to...
I'm so pleased that I'm walking away from you as you're talking to me.
You find them comfortable.
I am so sure, buddy. Okay. Back to the hotel.
Fuck, like, nigga, what? Bro, right-wingers be violent over nothing. Come and take it. Ain't nobody trying to take your fucking gun, nigga.
Yeah.
These niggas be trying to take everything from us, and our response is... Tee-hee? Tee-hee? Nigga, what the fuck? Look at these niggas, bro. What the fuck? Bro, chat. Bro, even the Zoomer commentators nowadays are fucking soft, bro. They're soft, bro. Bro, we need strong personality. It's like Charleston White. We need strong snitches that can fight and shoot guns. We need strong snitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need strong liberal commentators that are ready to crash out, okay? Bro, I hate how conservatives have this weird ass monopoly.
I'm right here. Put me on, fam.
About this shit. I hate that. Why do they have a monopoly on being ready to crash out? Why?
Oh no!
They don't even stand for anything. They just
I didn't mean to leave. Damn it.
They just stand for like dumb shit.
That's true. Conservatives just stand for stupid shit. That's like, it's just like stubbornness. Like if liberals said like water's good, they'd be like, oh, liberals, water's woke now, and liberals are against like the masculinity of Coca-Cola now. It's like, come on, bro. Like, can you just stop being a fucking spaz? What the fuck?
Billions? Fuck these niggas, bro. The left is too soft for its own good, bro. We deserve to go to war behind what we believe. What the fuck do conservatives stand for? Racism? Sexism? Homophobia? Misogyny? Evil?
For real though.
These niggas don't stand for shit.
And people need to say that. Like, you could say that.
For anything. And you see how they do in Zoran Mamdani.
They talk about liberals that way. Why can't we talk about them that way?
You wanna know why they hate Zoran Mamdani?
Because he's Muslim.
It's not even just because he's anti-Israel. I'm gonna tell you why.
That's because he's Muslim.
They hate on the nigga because he has what they don't have. He's got the sauce. He's got the juice. He has the fucking, bro.
Oh, is he talking about the liberals or is he talking about Trump supporters?
Because he's the closest thing to a Barack Obama energy since Obama. Him and Harris. Harris was establishment, so they, you know, they're cool, but they hate the fact that he doesn't have to play the same game as everyone else, and he's winning. Haters gonna hate. When they see you doing some shit they can't do, the hate comes out. The hate. They hating. They wish they could be in his position. That's why they hating on him. They wish they could win that. They wish they could win so big without having to fucking kiss the APAC ring. They wish they could win so big without having to kiss the establishment ring. They wish they could win so big, but they can't. They can't. So the hate comes out, the bitterness, the envy, the jealousy. It's
okay, yeah, they're talking about this.
It's jealousy.
Conservatives, Republicans, they hate him because he's Muslim. The left hate him because he's not like he's a little bit further to the left than like your average Democrat, especially the Democrat establishment, and it makes him nervous.
Okay, he's winning so big, so great, so amazing. That's really what it is. That's what it is, you know. Well, Tim Walz is actually doing good with the weird, bro. The weird shit was working, bro. That's the thing. MAGA only responds to shame, like not shame, like that's a racist, that's that. No, they only respond to being made to feel like they don't belong in like a very childish way.
This is so true, and people need to understand this. I know I just keep saying that phrase over and over again. A lot of conservatism comes down to conformity. They will talk about, like, think about it, snowflake. What is the criticism there? Well, one of them is that, like, you're too sensitive and you melt easily, right? But the other thing was that they were making fun of the idea that liberals celebrated, like, being different, being special, being unique, and they're mocking that. They're against that. They're against alternative lifestyles. They're against LGBT people and trans people and weird people, and they're against tattoos, and they're against colored hair, right? They're against being different. And if you look at conservatives, like, there's a tendency for there to be, like, commonalities in, like, your ethnicity, your religion, your lifestyle, the gender roles that you play. They talk about, like, you know, needing to fit, like, a rigid gender role if you're a man or a woman. Right, it's all about conformity, and so that is a big thing. That is he talking about liberals or are you talking about conservatives? Well, I'm talking about conservatives, right? Conservatives will if they see you being different and being, like, open about it and, like, owning it and, like, winning with it, it annoys them, it frustrates them because it's scary to them. I think being outside of the, like, the conformity window, so to speak, for conservatives is scary. It makes them feel, like, a little bit self-conscious, right? And when they see other people that are willing to, like, buck the system and everything, it upsets their understanding of the world that's around them. It upsets their feeling of order, of safety, because having, like, a set of strict rules and everything gives them comfort. They know what the rules are, they know how they're supposed to look and dress and act and what they're supposed to think. Then they feel like they have, like, a safe spot in the world. When they feel like that's being, like, disrupted by, like, alternative lifestyles and alternative perspective and ideas and stuff, it makes them feel like their world might come crashing down around them. That strict set of rules that they understand that they fit into might come crashing down around them. And then on the flip side, yes, if you can shame conservatives over stuff that they care about, right, it has to hit with them. Like he's saying, but stuff that they care about, that actually is very effective. The idea of being weird hits at that whole anxiety that they have over not being accepted, over not fitting in, over not, you know, following the rules properly, with, you know, standing out, looking weird and different, and being made fun of. It's effective. It is really effective. Now, I wouldn't have run a whole campaign on, oh, that's weird. Like, it gets a little bit stale after a while. You have to come up with, you know, more zingers than that. You can't just do the greatest hits all the time. You got to have some variety for your set. But, like, that was a good line of attack, and we should attack more. Like, conservatives are weird. They're control freaks. They're always looking to instigate violence, and they're trying to control everybody's lives, and it's weird, and it's annoying, and it's like, you guys should mind your own fucking business. And, like, honestly, you guys are also kind of lame too. Like, all the Donald Trump memes and everything, it's all funny and everything. But the reason why it's funny is because it's ironic. Like, it's not actually cool. It's not actually badass. It's actually kind of weird and kind of funny and kind of lame. But, like, the reality is that after the joke is over and everything, let's be honest, like, the whole Donald Trump shit is lame. This shit's lame. Conservatism is lame. Like, if you look at a Trump meme, the whole joke is that Donald Trump isn't anywhere near this cool. Right, like, when you see him riding a tank or something like this, the whole joke, the whole thing that makes this like a meme is that obviously Donald Trump can't ride like a fucking tank. Obviously he's not, like, shredded like that or anything. The joke is that it is exaggerated. Because the real life Donald Trump, the real life conservatism is fucking lame. They're fucking lame, like squares, fucking Boy Scout, Girl Scout motherfuckers. Bandit, what is it? The Valley of the Dolls looking people. Like, actually not even. Like, conservative women don't even look like this. Because at least these got kind of like some 60s flair to them. But they look more like, what was the term I was looking for? I can't think of it. But, yeah, they're fucking lame. Like, look at this shit. Like, it's cool because it was ironic, but after a while, the irony, like, these are basically hipsters. These are hipsters. Hipsters kind of morphed into this for a while. But like these guys aren't actually cool. That hat doesn't actually look cool on you. It isn't actually cool that you guys are all wearing the same hat. Like you guys look like fucking losers. You look like followers. You look like sheep. The hat doesn't look cool. It looks kind of goofy and funny. The font is fucking huge on your head. And you're wearing a suit while at the same time you're wearing a fucking baseball cap. You're lame. Bro, even the fact that you guys all, got together and fucking dressed up in suits, you're like LARPing. Like, are you at a wedding? This shit's lame. It's fucking lame. Honestly speaking, like, besides him being a fucking rapist, this guy's fucking lame too. Like, his whole shtick about, like, fuck women and fuck everybody else, and I'm a badass, and I got a supercar and everything, like, you're trying too hard. You're fucking lame. Like, imagine hanging out with somebody and they're just constantly bragging all the time. It's like, bro, you're annoying and you're lame. Fuck off. No one likes you. The whole reason you gotta brag about yourself so much is because people don't fucking like you, right? Republican conference. Dude, Charlie Kirk is the biggest fucking square in the world. Look at this guy. Enter his name backwards like a, I don't know, like a job application. This guy's lame. This is lame. It's fucking boring and lame. They've only, managed to try to make this stuff seem cool by trying to, like, bully everybody into it. But the reality is, conservatism is fucking lame. It's super fucking gay and boring. It's super fucking lame. Look at, Tucker Carlson. What if, like, this guy is, like, probably, like, 70 years old, and he's got a haircut like he's, like, 3 years old. And I remember he used to wear a bow tie. Look at this. Dude, conservatives are lame. This shit's fucking lame. They're trying to be cool right now because, like, oh, we're evil while we're, like, looking lame. Isn't that funny and ironic? And isn't it based and cool because we're being ironic? But no, like, it's just lame. Feel like I got off track here for a minute. But they're so fucking boring and they don't have any, like, life in them. All they have is just, like, hate and bigotry and anxiety and, like, busybodies and, like, being in everybody else's business all the fucking time and starting problems, but, like, they're fucking lame. They're boring.
So, like, saying, oh, you're a racist, that's not gonna work. It's like, oh, like, nigga, you weird. Like, bro, like, nah. That's all they listen to. They just, like, petulant, like, childish, like, exclusion. Like, like, when you're in, like, when we were kids in school, the type of shit kids would do to exclude you, you weird, you lame. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just
shit,
did
like,
all that right now.
As an adult, someone saying that's like, okay, whatever. But as a kid, that was the end of the world. Like, if you were lame or weird, nigga, you might, okay, I'm not gonna say that, but you damn near had to retire from school. You damn near had to quit school. Like, MAGA doesn't respond to condemnation from morals. They respond to, like, childish fuckery, childish insults. You're weird. You're lame. That's why if I'm not saying we should do this. I'm not condoning this.
We should.
But somebody
we
on Twitter
absolutely
said,
should.
if we had called Trump supporters the F slur and retarded, this would have been over a long time ago. It's true. That's how immature conservatives are. Where
it is funny that it's true
because
they are immature.
Policies ruin the lives of others and themselves.
They care about fitting in.
Called the F slur and retard is like, that's how crazy they are, bro. To where, like, petulant bullshit is the only thing that works. Now, I don't feel like I need to say slurs to win people over. I don't have to do that. But it is true. MAGA is that childish. Where, like, if you, bro, I swear
like
to
this
God,
helmet.
If somebody, like, bro, if someone really drove home how weird Trump's, like, fan base's relationship with him really is, a lot of Trump supporters would question Trump. Not because he's bad, not because he's evil, not because his policies are malevolent.
I like this hat too.
Because, man, I don't know, man. Trump supporters are kind of gay. They do kind of dick ride Trump. Maybe maybe I should like stop, you know. That's the extent of their
A lot of young men right now too.
That's as
A
far
lot
as
of it is
that's the extent of their introspection.
part of the like the male loneliness epidemic and like the male masculinity crisis that we have right now is that underneath all of that, a very fundamental level that you have to understand is there's a lot of men that are basically saying that they're insecure right now. They won't word it that way, obviously. They'll get offended if I say that, but that's the reality. And that's not even a bad thing, but I'm just saying that is a thing. So a lot of what young men are up to right now at this moment is they're heavily influenced by whoever can bully them into whatever. That's what conservatives seized upon. Because they are like anxious about their place in the world. They are anxious about their masculinity. They do feel insecure, especially at a younger age. Sometimes you grow out of that. And so that has been weaponized by the right, and a lot of like young men do respond to that. It's like, you know, I don't want to be seen as gay. I don't want to be seen as effeminate. I don't want to be seen as a loser. So, you know, I'm gonna join all, you know, these guys who act like tough guys because I want to fit in. 150 fucking %. That is a big part of all of it.
I do look kind of gay with this MAGA hat on. I do look kind of gay. I don't want to be gay. Let me take it off. That's how he, bro. I swear to God, that's how these niggas think.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Super true.
Like, no, for real though. If you said ew to a Trump supporter, like ew, nasty, gross.
It hurts their feelings a lot. It's funny and crazy.
Plague, they'd actually stop. A lot of them would stop.
Oh, this fucking helmet slaps. Holy shit. I gotta have this. Not even necessarily for this character.
If Biden called Trump a retard, you know what's sad though? If Biden called Trump a retard,
I had to get it.
Bro, liberals will come out and say,
shopping
how
today.
can Biden use such a hoe? Yo, this nigga chat, hold on, chat.
I mean, think about it though. Hillary called like a subsection of Republicans deplorable. And they lost their fucking shit over it. They acted like someone committed a hate crime against them for saying that. This is kind of cool. I like this. And then I think even Biden in a speech said that like the ultra MAGA. He wasn't even saying all MAGA. He was actually saying like the most extreme of the MAGA. He was still like kind of, you know, kissing their ass with that. Like way like caveating what he was saying and everything to try to not offend. And they still got super offended by that. So it's so ironic too because of how much shit they give other groups in society that when you direct it at them, they play foul.
This nigga Trump, This nigga Trump. Hold on, chat. This nigga Trump.
Alright, it's a little too much for me. Relax.
Yo, this nigga could give a whole speech about killing everybody. Trump could give a whole speech about shooting everybody, killing everybody, lynching everybody, blowing folk up, shooting folk up, all of that. And this nigga Biden, bro, all he got to do is say, what a retard, could you believe this guy? What the malarkey? I can't believe that the president of the United States would say retard. There's so many struggling children out there battling special educational needs. Oh my God, bro. Trump would win. Trump would deadass. Trump would find a way to win that one. Because the left cannot, bro. The left doesn't know when to just like bite the bullet to take the fucking dub. Like they just don't know how, bro. Trump could give a whole speech about how he's gonna kill everybody. Everybody in the fucking country. This nigga, bro, he would get away with it. I'm telling you, bro, he would get away with it, bro. He would get away if Biden called him a retard. Swear to God. He would get away. He would somehow fucking get away, bro. This nigga Trump could give a whole speech about killing everybody in Gaza, which he has a company. This nigga owns like an LLC of like private contractors that are shooting people in Gaza right now, which is like, what the fuck?
What? Is that true? I didn't know that.
This nigga could give a speech about killing people.
I mean, I know
in
there's
Gaza,
people killing people in Gaza, but I didn't know if he had like business connections to it.
Disrespecting black history, destroying the white working class. Like, bro, this nigga could give a speech about everything he's doing right now and just admit it. I'm gonna kill you all. Could you believe it? So great, so amazing. Thank you. Okay, bye. Okay, thanks, bye. I'm gonna kill you all. Okay, thanks, bye. Nigga give a whole speech promising to kill everybody. All Biden gotta do is fuck up one time. Could you believe this retard? So crazy. What a crazy retard. Anyways, cut the malarkey. Biden would step down the same day. Biden would have stepped down.
That's an exaggeration, but I get what he's saying. Like, I'm so sorry, my bad.
Kind of language has no place in politics. My God, Biden would have retired the same. Now Biden ain't built for this shit. Biden's a G. You know, Biden, bro, he served this nation with honor and integrity for like 50 something years, but bro, no. No.
That was a cool helmet.
Biden would fold. Biden would fold to the. You know what's funny though is like you really have to like just brave the storm. Like
fuck is
you have
this?
to go
Looks
into
terrible.
some shit like that, knowing people.
This is like a generic
knockoff.
knockoff.
Swear to God,
Darth
like
Vader
if
mask.
I ever ran, bro, I know for a fact if I said retard, I get pressed. You just have to ignore it. Bro, that is how Trump has gotten this far. Trump has no justification for the fuckery he does. We are justified in saying crazy shit. Trump has no reason, bro. You gotta really just weather the storm because people are gonna get on your ass. You just have to ignore it. You just have to and over time they'll stop caring. Swear to God. Why do you think that people, even liberals and leftists, naturally do this on accident by mistake? Liberals and leftists have gotten to a point where they hold our politicians to a higher standard in every way, regardless of circumstance and necessity, in comparison to Trump. People have gotten over time conditioned
I like this one.
holding Republican politicians
10 million
Trump to
steep though.
zero
I don't think I'm willing to spend that
and
much.
Democrats to a perfect standard, even when we actually do need to kind of get our hands dirty. This is what happens
Whoa. That
when
looks crazy. It looks like
you
Final
honest
Fantasy
to
stuff.
God allow this kind of expectation. When you allow this kind of expectation to grow, when you allow people to expect you to be perfect, that's how they treat you. Trump has gotten to a point where people expect him to be a piece of shit. He knows it and he carries on as such. Trump knows he does not have to behave himself. Trump, no, he's at a point where, bro, this nigga can
No
be the
fucking
obvious
way.
worst choice in every conceivable way.
I have to get one of those
leftists
eventually.
And right wingers being like, oh, he's just a lesser of two evils, man. What the fuck are you talking about? They get conditioned, bro. Over time, they begin to really believe, like, well, you know, Trump did say he prefers people who weren't captured, but nah. If Biden said that, he would have retired the same night.
Bro, I'm just trying to star this. I'm not trying to. Alright, well, hey. He's a little bit upset there, but I get it. I get it. I agree with a lot of that. It's very unfortunate. We need to work on, more than anything else, Democrats need to focus on and understand this. Okay? It genuinely is. It's like 70% of their grade right now. If you do not have good rhetoric, if you do not have good presence, if you're not aura farming in you're not playing politics, and you're gonna lose. And you are losing mainly for that reason more than anything else. Absolutely more than any other factor, it's because you are not controlling the narrative. And like, yeah, you're too inactive and you're too soft. You need to be more forceful. Stop being like ashamed. Like, you don't have the privilege. If you're in this game, your job is to win. It is. It's not to. Especially in an environment, man, this helmet is super, super cool. Holy crap. Oh, are you kidding me? I can only like so many things at once. Super lame. But yeah, you need to get in there. You don't act like, especially in this moment, don't act like, oh well, you know, I need to let my opponent talk and let them make their point, and I don't want to dominate the conversation, and I want to be fair and everything. Bro, we're playing to win. We're playing so that we don't like lose rights and lives. This isn't the time for you to play like super civility politics. We're not there anymore. And you know, if you feel guilty about it, just think about it this way. You didn't force this. We didn't force this into this. The Republicans did force us into this environment. We're here because of them. They chose to bring it here. It's not really our fault we're here now. But act accordingly. Because you don't have a choice, really. Oh. I'm looking at this one after I saw so many cool helmets. I'm like, did I really buy that one? I like that one, but like I saw a lot of cool ones. Then again, those other ones that I saw were like super expensive, so I don't know if they're worth the money. This helmet would be really cool without the thing over her nose. Am I able to buy it? I need to go to the Coruscant market, actually. I'm just going to be doing a lot of shopping today.
Welcome everybody to Crystal Kyle.
Okay, I don't really want to watch this video. I just want to talk about this topic. So we had a tweet. This is a DHS tweet. And by the way, for the Department of Homeland Security to be posting images of crocodiles with ice hats on to their prison, what is the message that they're sending here? They're sending the message that they're normalizing the idea of feeding United States prisoners to animals, like torture. Now I get they may not actually be doing this, right? But to use that imagery, what are you trying to convey there? That you think it's fine, that you think it's funny, that you think it's cool to engage in like extermination, genocide, torture kind of stuff? These are Republican values. There's nothing good about this. This is bad. Okay, so the DHS posted this, Department of Homeland Security. A heritage to be proud of a homeland worth defending, American Progress by John Gast. So this image, in case you're not familiar, this image is associated with the concept of manifest destiny. And the manifest destiny time period of U.S. history was when, don't let this painting fool you, it's a pretty, you know, nice looking painting and everything, but this painting was about travel, like the United States, like being an empire and colonizing the West. And what that led to was like the extermination of like Native American, you know, civilizations that were in the way. The idea was that it was like a white man project, like white people would be the ones to like colonize, and they had like it was like their destiny. It was like their divine right to control and to own the land over like the natives. You see the natives here are leaving as the white settlers are moving in. And so this image has like a white nationalist history behind it, white supremacist history behind it, and like an imperialist like invade, take over territory, you know, conquest meaning behind it. But there's a lot of conservatives that might see this image, and a lot of normal people who don't really understand this imagery, right? And there's a lot of conservatives and a lot of like right-wingers who maybe just look at that concept as like, we should, like America should be like the glory of America, like take over as much land as we can because we're the best country, and the best country like should bring, you know, its model to the rest of the world kind of thing, but like forcefully. So a lot of people don't pick up on the iconography, and I don't know if whoever posted this picture, the one of the things is that this picture is heavily associated with American history. At one point in time, people used to look at this picture positively. So I don't know if when the DHS posts this, are they just not realizing the implications and they just kind of see it as like, oh, an American nationalist kind of imagery? I don't know. But a lot of people online were trying to say like the capitalization of heritage and homeland are like Hail Hitler. So in neo-Nazi symbology, they use like 88 or they use HH because 88 is like the 8th letter of the alphabet, HH twice, or they use HH to mean like Hail Hitler. So do I think that the DHS is doing that here? I don't. I think that's going too far, and I think this is the kind of like stuff that liberals post that make them look kind of silly and like discredit other times that liberals will bring up issues with the right, because people will look at this and be like, okay, you guys will see like anything and everything, so why should I take you seriously next time you say something, right? But the thing about this is, if you actually pay attention here, heritage is capitalized, homeland is capitalized, so 2 H's, okay, sure. But also the D's capitalized. HHD, I don't know what that means. I'm not familiar with that being like a neo-Nazi or a white nationalist phrase. So really, I think what they did here is the same thing I do when I write titles, which is I capitalize like the major words that I want to bring emphasis to. So heritage, that's very conservative bullshit. You know, a virtue signal slogan. Homeland, also like a nationalist slogan thing. And then, I don't know, defending, just because it's like the operative word in the sentence, like this is what, like the verb is the action that we should take kind of thing. I'm surprised that like, or maybe I should say, you know, it is, they don't have the P capitalized, so that's kind of strange because you would think like the rest of these are like articles to be of a, you know, worth. Is kind of a conjunctive kind of thing. But if anything, P being capitalized, P is usually like white pride, right? White proud movements, but that's not capitalized. So HHD, I don't know what that stands for. I don't think that stands for anything. And then American Progress. I mean, you could say maybe this part doesn't have to do with the rest. APJG, I don't think that has to do with anything. But let's look. Neo-Nazi HHD, I don't think that means anything. Yeah, I don't see anything. They see, and even this little entry here references the DHS memo, but the D, the one capitalized D, doesn't really mean anything. So I don't think this is intentionally like a neo-Nazi thing. It's still very troubling that the DHS posts this. Either A, because they want to bring in like these nationalist imperialist, you know, conquest, violent, forceful imagery and associate that with America in the modern day, or because they're completely unaware of what this painting means, like from a historical context. Either way, it's a bad thing. So, but I don't think it's like neo-Nazi. So I think to say that is like trying a little bit too hard, and I think we have enough like legitimate stuff that's like easy to point to, isn't like getting out ahead of ourselves, isn't like a stretch too far that we could be talking about. So like this, I like Kyle and everything, but Kyle, sometimes I think you need to rein it in. I think this is one where I don't think this hits as much as you hope it does. It'll only resonate, I think, with like the most progressive, most leftist, most anti-Trump, like over the top anti-Trump people, right? But what we're trying to galvanize is like an image of like center liberalism that is like marketable to a general population, and I don't think this is it. But again, you know, like I said earlier, there's too much leftist infighting and everything. I still like Kyle a lot, and I consider him like a strong ally for the movement. So even though I have that little minor criticism and everything, that's constructive. I'm not trying to be like, I still like him a lot. I think if you like my political takes, I think you'd like Kyle. I recommend him. I don't agree with him on everything, but I think that we need to be allies. I think generally he's pretty good. So him and his wife are pretty good crystal ball. I actually think since they got married, they've made each other better, which is really great. Like that's exactly what you talk about, conservative values, right? Marriage, commitment, making each other better through marriage. That's what true good marriage should be about, is that you both make each other better versions of each other by being together. I'll be right back. So Lord Vivicar, I think that means, because I feel like most of the class storyline progressions will have like this mission that's not on a planet, but it's like you intercept a starship or something, and then you wind up moving into like almost like the third chapter of the first, like the first DLC. I know it's not a DLC, but you know what I mean. The first expansion, not really the first expansion, but like the base game. What they call in this game, I think, the era, or is it a saga? Whatever the fuck it is. And so that's going to include, I think, Quesh. Have I been to Belmore? I don't think I've been to Belmore yet. Maybe Belmore's in there, and then Corellia. Let's see. Jedi Consular Story Arc. Story order. It's really the planet order that I'm looking for. So you have Nar Shaddaa, Tatooine, Alderaan. Yeah, so it's kind of like it goes, the first chapter is like the beginning planets. You have like Tython, so the origin planet of the character, and then you have like the capital city of the faction. So it's either Coruscant or Dromund Kaz. And then the second chapter is almost like you got Taris, Nar Shaddaa, Tatooine, Alderaan, and I guess Belmora. And then the last half is Quesh, Hoth, Balsavis, Boss, and Corellia. And that's the chapter I think I'm moving into. Although it kind of seems like I still need to do Belmora, actually. So I'm still on chapter 2, actually. They're not real chapters. I just totally like made this up right now. I don't really feel like listening to politics, so we're gonna skip this. Oh, I should just fast travel. I'm going shopping. I go shopping with this character real fast, and then I'm gonna call it a day. I just want to get a new hat.
Take a look at the stock. What can I get you? Best prices this side of the galaxy. You check.
So here's this hood again. I just don't like how it covers her nose like that. I could do this one. I don't like this one. Looks a little bit too religious for me. Looks too much like some kind of nun head rub or headpiece. I really like the crystal on the front. Not really a fan of that. That one's okay. That one might work for now. No. That's what I have right now.
Appreciate your business.
We'll have you fit and fighting again in no time.
Fuldar Bruiska?
Oh god, no.
Turbol in Zadran.
Ooh, I like that accent. That language. By the way, I like Arabic a lot. I like the way it sounds.
Only the best sold
It's just a nice sounding language. Like rolls really well. I don't know. I mean, I know I brought that up because that guy's accent kind of reminded me of like different languages. What's another language I think sounds really nice?
Nice to see customers. Can I get you anything?
I don't know. I have to think about it. Might just go with, oh, it's $200,000. Not that I can't afford it. Rolling in the money, but, you know.
Feel free to browse.
Anything a soldier needs, and some things he doesn't.
What should we do for a second class in a craft? I think for crafting and building, I'm definitely doing diplomacy. I need that anyways to supply to my Sith character. But then what else? And then what is my other class going to be? I was really hoping for like a headpiece. Something to hide the fact that she doesn't have any hair. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I don't know. I was just kind of hoping I could like put something to kind of switch it up. Because she hasn't had like any kind of headdress this entire time. do like this one, but this is more of like an assassin kind of thing. I have it on my other character. I mean, I could do one of these. This one could be nice if it matches my character's. Hold on, let me see if I could do something. Okay, so that's if it gets color matched, which is not bad. It's not bad. Kind of makes her look like she has hair a little bit. The colors blend well. The shape isn't bad. It's like the same one, but like a different pattern. And then we have a variety of these ones, which look a little bit too evil to me, I think. I think I'm gonna have to hold out. I'm not really finding what I'm looking for. This character. Might have to travel to some planets and check out what they have to offer. This is not bad. Not really what I'm going for, but it's not bad. That looks way too religious and like a cross on top of her head. That's kind of cool. It is cool. I don't know if it's what I'm going for, but man, it is really cool actually. That is super cool. I gotta save this to my favorites. Damn it, I can't. 2 million. 2 million's not bad. But maybe I'm able to get it cheaper elsewhere. Should look into it. I'll go to my favorites. Oh, should I have a lot of stuff favorited? What page was I on? I was past this. This one. Super cool. I don't think I'm gonna find anything near what I'm looking for. Not even entirely sure what I'm looking for either, but looks crazy. Not really what I'm going for, but it's kind of cool. That's a cool ass helmet, but I don't know. Obviously not for this character. Almost. This is almost kind of in the direction I'm going. I gotta get this freaking toothpick for my bounty hunter character or something. Sorry. Did I buy this? I did. Definitely cool. I'm gonna have to use it for some character. Okay, I'm not gonna find really what I'm looking for, so what I'm gonna do instead is I'm just gonna buy that like simple looking tiara thing and just use that for now. Call it a night, because I'm tired. I'm ready to go to sleep. Let me look one more time at my cargo hold, see if I have anything that's worth equipping. No, I don't think I have anything else really. Am I on the wrong side? I am, aren't I? I don't think there's anything I can buy over here, like armor-wise, is there?
Take a look at the stock. What can I get you?
What is this?
You are wise to seek further enlightenment. May the Force be with you.
Out of there. Go to sleep.
Best prices this side of the galaxy. You check. Best prices this side of the galaxy. You check.
You know what? You know what? We'll just try this for a little bit. And if I don't like it, I'll switch out to the tiara thing. Was it this one? I feel like there was a different one. That one's not bad. Out of there. Oh, this one right here. Okay.
Appreciate your business.
That is a color match. Doesn't really match at all. Out of there. Okay. Sorry, I got the sinuses. Yeah, this doesn't even match. Dang it. Okay, well, we'll put this one on. Oh, wait. It's the same exact one. Might be the same exact one. It is. Okay. Alright, well, that's pretty much it.
Take a look at the stock. What can I get you?
Get that out of the fucking way, and I'm gonna call it a night, I think. Oh. Let's see, I could buy this one. They made it seem like I was locked out of it. Off, out of here. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. The only thing is, let's get Theron here. I don't like his attire. I'm gonna switch that out.
Appreciate your business.
You need my expertise?
Best prices this side of the galaxy. You check.
There you go. Something that just kind of looks more civilian and normal. Actually, this very much matches him, so we'll do this even though it has a cape. Oh, but it's what I don't like is the capes that kind of flare off the hips on the... That's what was bothering me. Actually, this matches him too. It looks a little bit funny, but it does match him. Get out of here. matches. Just need some different shoes, I think. No, I'm buying a bunch at one time, but what I'm going to do is just return what I don't use. If not for the orange stripe down the side.
Appreciate your business.
Those look a little too cool for him. Too a little action-packed for him. Yeah, I think all that matches better.
Take a look at the stock. What can I get you?
These could potentially work, actually. I can't. There's no color combination that these get produced and that would work here. Fortunately. It's not bad, right? I can't decide. I think they both look kind of good. I think I'll stick with this one for now. Those boots are a little bit too much with the frilly things off the top. I feel like the eye patch kind of suits him, but we're gonna go no. Color matches too much. Alright, well, going through the options, I feel like those are the best options, so
Appreciate your business.
that's what we're rolling with. Alright, well, I'm gonna hit the hay. I'll catch you guys next time. The hell is this text box? Has this text box been up here this entire time?